It's been a little while since I filmed a video for you, and that's because I've been busy apartment hunting. The good news, I finally found a place. So in this video, I'm going to show you the brand new one-bedroom apartment in the city of Melbourne that I'm about to move into. I'm going to give you all the hot goss, including a tour. I'll tell you all about the hunting process and prices. But first, we're just going to take a hot minute to appreciate the room I'm currently in. So I am currently living in a 3-bedroom share house in Collingwood. I've been here for just about 2.5 years and I do love this house. It is so odd and weird. We have band practice here.
We host gigs and parties. It's on a commercial street full of construction sites and mechanics. The house itself was built in 1880. We have a very steady industry.
If you're looking for character, the place I'm currently in is it. But I think I've been here a little bit too long now, especially after being stuck inside these 4 walls pretty much the entire year. So I've decided to do something completely different and I'm moving into a very nice, a schmick little 1-bedroom apartment. I'm going to take you there in just a sec, but first let's just appreciate the room and the house I'm moving out of. Alright, so this is the apartment. Sorry about that beeping sound, I can't get my smoke alarm to stop chirping. I just want to talk about the apartment hunting process for a little bit. So I set a budget of $250 a week, which is kind of the entry point for studio apartments in Melbourne and the inner northern suburbs. Ideally, I would have liked to have stayed around Collingwood or Fitzroy, but as it turns out, you actually get much better value for money in the CBD itself. Between when I started going to inspections and when I finally signed the lease on this place, it was about 6 weeks worth of hunting. It felt like it took a really, really long time. If I tried to stay around the inner northern suburbs, they tended to be part of older unit blocks and they were very small. Like you could fit a double bed and a small couch, maybe a desk. If you were lucky though with these older unit blocks, you would get a parking space, which was something I would have liked because I do have a car. But then the opposite side of the spectrum is when I was looking at places in the city for the same price, you would usually also get a studio, but some of them were a bit larger and they'd be part of a nice new apartment building. This means that they have heating and cooling, walk-in wardrobes, a lot of the buildings have gyms in them, and these were all little features that I was actually very excited about because I've never had them. Even though it's supposed to be a renter's market at the moment because there are so many empty places, I did find that at this bottom level of the budget, it was still super competitive. There were multiple places I applied for that I missed out on. I wasn't able to put in any offers of cheaper prices because according to real estate agents, what we were going for was already cheap. The apartment that I am in at the moment, I inspected about 3 weeks ago now. I loved it. It is a tiny bit above my budget, but it ticked so many boxes that I figured it would be worth it. So the same day that I saw this apartment, I put in an application. I did just apply by myself because this property is actually on the NRAS, the National Rental Affordability Scheme, which means that they rent it out for 20% less than what it's actually worth. I think maybe the government subsidizes the rest of it, but you have to be earning under a certain level to be eligible. I didn't hear back for over a week, so I emailed again to check up and she said she was still working on it, but she'd had over 30 applications. 30 applications, 1 in 30 chance, all for just one little apartment out of all the apartments available at the moment. So that was when I kind of lost hope. few days later, my agent called me and told me it was down to me or one other person, and that she had really liked me when she met me and she hoped I would get it. I couldn't leave my phone alone for days because I just wanted to be near it to get the call. And a couple of days later, sure enough, I found out by email in the end that I was the successful applicant for this property. Immediately, I signed the lease, I put down the first month's rent and the bond. And I got the keys last week, and now we are here. If you want to know any more details about the rental market in Melbourne, according to what I've seen lately anyway, feel free to chuck a comment or DM me on Instagram. I seem to be really interested in real estate. All that binging of House Hunters when I was younger, it stuck with me. So I always love chatting about apartments. And I'm going to continue trying to construct whatever this is in the background. In a sec, I'll show you what I've got here in the apartment. Cue unpacking montage. Welcome to my apartment. Come inside. Let me quickly grab you. When you first enter my apartment, you've got the kitchen on your left and the bathroom on the right. Let's go in here. I like that my bathroom is super spacious and it's got heaps of storage too. But I'm not going to show you what's in there. I made this in Year 8 woodwork. Bon voyage! Let's go back into the kitchen. Ooh, look, it's the kitchen! We're actually going to shoot from this side. For the lighting, you'll see. This is my beautiful kitchen where occasionally I cook and a lot of the time I make tea. I really like the wood paneling. I think it's walnut, if I know my shades of wood correctly. And we have the white marble counters as well. It's all very modern amenities. Got a dishwasher, which I haven't put everything away since last week, so we're not gonna look in there. And of course my beautiful Smeg appliances. And then from the kitchen we walk straight into the rest of the house. Over here is my study zone. I've got my shelf that you saw me put together before with all the craft supplies that I could dream of. Actually, not all of them. A lot of them I took back to my mum's house for storage. And you might remember this chair from some other YouTube videos, which I obsessively swivel in. Occasionally, I swivel right around to the desk. And this is where I get all my work done, all my video editing and everything like that. Even though today, it's not reading my hard drive, so this video is not looking very promising. One thing that I really want to save up for this space is a bigger desk, like twice the size. I've got the room for it because between my computer and my elbows, and I end up eating meals there and using a drawing tablet and notebooks all at the same time, I have no space. It's a very cute desk, but it's a retro student, like kids desk, so it's very small. New desk, sometime soon. And then on the other side of this room is my lounge room. So considering it's a small apartment, I actually managed to fit a surprising amount of stuff in here. The record player and the chair were all a must-have from my old place. The record player is a Thorn solid-state radiogram from the mid-70s. It hasn't been working for a couple of years, but on the list for this year is to get it repaired. The armchair, you might remember from some of my previous videos, I actually bought it off Marketplace before I even moved out, but it did look very different. My upcycle that I did for this apartment was I actually just covered it in a blanket. Genius, I know. The glass coffee table I got from Facebook Marketplace, and I love it because it doesn't take up much visual space in what's otherwise a small apartment, but it's got heaps of room to put my laptop, my dinner, my candles, everything on. I actually finished this book last week and it was really good. I recommend it. And here's my bookshelf that I put together earlier in this video. It took me at least 3 hours. Like, it was an entire night's job, but I love it. It's from Target, if you're wondering, but you might have a really hard job getting it. As it was, I had to buy it click and collect 3 times because it kept getting cancelled because of low stock. I believe it's called the Akira bookshelf, just in case you want to keep your eye out for it. And I love the little Scandinavian design. Yeah, super cute. Super cute. Now let me show you one of the features that absolutely sold me on getting this apartment. Balcony! And finally, we have my bedroom. I kept it pretty simple in here, just a double bed, a tiny little bedside table and a mirror, but there's actually so much storage in here. I bought the IKEA mum bed with the 4 storage drawers underneath, and it's so good for storing knitwear, cardigans are knitwear, and blankets. I bought it secondhand because it's pretty expensive. And for the first time since I was living with my parents, I've got a huge double mirrored wardrobe. It is such a luxury, it is amazing. All of my stuff that I don't want people to see is hidden up there. The next thing that I really need to do for this apartment is hang artwork on the walls. I'm just kind of waiting to save up a little bit of money to spend on command hooks because this is the first time I've lived in a nice new place in years and I don't want to be the one to damage the walls. But I've been here for 2 months now, so you can say I am officially well and truly moved in. Thank you so much for moving house with me. I hope you've had fun. I really enjoyed it despite all the stress and heavy lifting. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you've got any more ideas for what I should do to this space, let me know in the comments below. I'm thinking of some funky lighting would be really cool. Let me know what you think. Anyway, that's all for today. I'll catch you next time. Bye.